The biggest postural faults that I see every day in my office are the reality of this sitting-centric world that we have, where gravity is kind of taking over the spine and patients are kind of in this rounded position, walking around like this. So a couple ways to reorganize the spine is as follows. So first, we want to start with the feet. We want a great foundation. The glutes are the most important muscles that we have. There's a lot of real estate there for stabilizing your spine. We focus a lot on the core stability, but we lose a lot of emphasis on focusing on how important the glutes are to issues with your knees, issues with your low back, issues with your feet. All of this arises in the glute area. So if we can wake up the glutes and activate those glutes, one of the ways to do that, if you look down at my feet for a second, is to externally rotate. So take your foot outward without actually moving your feet. So what you want to do is grip the ground and externally rotate your feet. And you'll see that my knees start winking outwards that way. Right away, you should feel your glutes wake up. You should feel your butt muscles just activate. That is a great way to kind of wake up and activate those muscles. The other postural fault that we have is that we're quite rounded in the shoulders. So one of the ways to get into a proper position quickly is to imagine you have a bar in front of you, and what you want to do is break that bar. Okay? When we break that bar, we're actually rotating the muscles and putting ourselves in a much better position. So it's not my ideal position, it's your ideal position. And right away, you'll start with cranking the feet, breaking the bar, we're in a good position. And then the last part is to, as we're in this position, so rotate the feet, break the bar, and then my head's still stuck forward, so I want to slowly bring my ear right over the shoulder and have kind of good alignment. And again, we don't have to stand like that all day, but maybe every 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes throughout your day, just reactivate. Oh yeah, what did he say? Yeah, rotate the feet, break the bar, bring the head back, and that reorients your position, and then you can continue with your day. Another recommendation that I give drivers or anybody that commutes for any length of period of time, often when you're driving, again, you're tucking, you're clenching your jaw, you're white knuckling in traffic, and then your posture is rounded with your head kicked forward. So what we want to do is to mitigate that and to actually start working. We don't automatically wake up and your posture is like this and then you get your posture in this position. We have to work at it systematically to strengthen and stabilize and create endurance in those muscles. So one of the techniques that I teach you is to put your hands on the steering wheel just like this. And of course you can't rip the steering wheel off, but I want you to imagine in your eyes, I want you to imagine that you bring your elbows towards your back pocket. Okay? Once you get them into that proper position, so the shoulders are dropping back and down, I want you to slowly imagine I'm going to put stinky socks in your face and you're going to go, ugh. So you're going to actually want to see a double chin position. So you're going to be in this position. What you'll find is that the headrest, actually the cars are created that headrest is going to come pretty soon, but you can just place some pressure on that and just hold that for 10 seconds. And when you're driving, I recommend you do this at least a couple times on each side of your commute, at least twice with those 10-second repeats. If you're on the computer all day long, every 15 minutes or so, I recommend you can do the same thing. You don't need a headrest, but you can just squeeze those shoulder blades and tuck that chin in. If you can stand up and reorganize your posture, that would be even better, just to get out of that seated position. So that's ultimately the way that we can do to reconfigure our spine and systematically get you into a better posture and position.